What is frugality and why is it important in startups? Let's find out. A lifetime ago, I worked for a big US company known for its smile. That company had 14 leadership principles, and boy, did they talk about them all the time. It's great that they did, because it meant everyone in the whole business, whether they were at the very top or the very bottom, everyone in the whole organisation was speaking the same language. And I'm really grateful that I got to experience that culture. We've actually taken a lot of those ideas and continued them in GoRoadie. So today I want to talk about the leadership principle frugality. And some might say about frugality, you accomplish more with less. Constraints breed resourcefulness, self-sufficiency and invention. There is no extra points for growing headcount, budget size or fixed expense. That's great, right? Every business should try and live by that principle. And for startups, before investment at pre-seed and seed stage especially, we need to accomplish more with less. We don't have as much resources as these bigger, medium-sized businesses or startups with a Series A funding. We need to accomplish more with less. But it's important not to just confuse frugality with money. You need to understand frugality is about time also. We need to understand what we're doing in any given day and at any given moment and think, is this contributing to accomplishing our goals? So that means that we don't need to run a certain ad campaign or go to a paid event. Then we don't. We focus on what we need to achieve. We focus on our definition of success. Often as a startup founder, I find that people constantly are trying to sell me things. If it's something that could be useful, but we will not be able to afford it for another 6 months, or we don't know where the business will be in 6 months, then I often just say, call me back in 6 months' time, I'll have a better idea then. Rather than continuing that conversation, because at the end of the day, that hour that I'm going to be on that call for, it stopped me from fulfilling my objective. It's time that I and other founders simply don't have to be given up. We need to stay focused. Otherwise, we won't meet our objectives. And essentially, that's game over. So, how does frugality breed innovation? Generally, if you have less time to complete a task or to achieve an objective, then you'll think of a more efficient way to get the same result in less time. Often this is where a lot of the lean and agile methodologies come into play. If we want to change a particular metric, that means we have to be smart with our time. Do something very quick, release a simpler version of software or validate your idea in the fastest possible way. Only then, once you validate your hypothesis, should you then spend more time investing in those ideas and those actions. And often, using frugality, you'll be able to achieve a lot more with less. And we've all heard stories. Recently, I was talking to someone who works at a large multinational business. They told me a story where they had to order a physical server for a 2-day event, and just because that's the way the manager wanted it to be done. This cost the business over £10,000 for those 2 days, when the IT department knew they could have used AWS or Azure to get the same result. Had this business used leadership principles like others do, they could have saved themselves thousands of dollars. At GoRoadie, we've launched our platform in over 5 locations in the UK. We've enhanced the service to work in mega cities, and we can handle thousands of student bookings every month. You better believe we did that by releasing the minimum change every single day in order to get there. We iterated over time. We constantly questioned every meeting we had, every third-party phone call, and every feature that we built. And it could be difficult to ask these questions. Here are some questions that you could use to understand the value of what we're trying to do. Do we need to have this meeting now until we achieve X? It seems like we're going to be spending 2 weeks building Y. How can we achieve the same result in 2 days? We're being asked to pay £500 to attend this event. Is that going to change our key success metrics right now? If not, should we defer? Start putting frugality at the forefront of your conversations in your startup. It's made a huge difference to our business. Hope this has been helpful, and remember, stop starting, start finishing. See you again next time.